Hello friends. So welcome back to one more video on Excel. So last time I have shown you the same sheet which I am right now open, that how we can create two column lookups, how we can use index and match function for two columns, and how we can make an array of the formula to get the exact values. But now the thing comes that are we going to have this all are having the same product? Of course not. So if different products are there, how we can manage this drop down, how we can make sure that only those products will be shown which are related to the brand. So let's have a quick look into it. First, I'm going to add some data into it. So just let's insert. I'm going to add one more Domino's product as Choco lava cake. I'm going to give a cost, anything like that. Let's add two more products in Pizza Hut. This is data for just a dummy data kind of thing I'm just adding. Whether they are providing this or not, I can't say. I'll just add white sauce pasta. And another one is pink sauce pasta. Let's add some cost into it. Let's add some more Mr. Brown product, like paneer patties or something, cheese toast, burger, French fries, like that. Now, what should I do? If I'm going to select all and copy this, and we'll keep it somewhere over here just after this, and we'll remove the duplicates into it. So here we have removed duplicates. In data ribbon, we are having this data tools, remove duplicates. You can remove the duplicates from there. Now, if I'm going to change this drop down to these values, so let's change it with these values. And I'll modify my formula so that I can have the values till the last, whatever it is, 21. So let me modify the formula also. This is 21. This is 21. And this has to be given as 21. Now again, let's select the whole formula and press Ctrl Shift Enter. Now, if I'm selecting from here, Pizza Hut, and I'm going to, you can see we are getting a list. If I select cheese toast, we are not having any cheese toast related to Pizza Hut. Why we are getting the whole list? We should not get the whole list. We should only get the specific things which are available at Pizza Hut. So let's make that kind of scenario. Now this is known as dependent drop down. I'm going to make a dependent drop down, which is going to depend on the above drop down. Means two drop downs we are having, one up, one second. So it's going to be dependent on the first drop down. Let's also take an example, like we are having states and their cities. If I say Uttar Pradesh, we are having Lucknow, Agra, Mathura, and in UK we are having Dehradun, Mussoorie, Rishikesh. So it should not be like when we select UP, Uttar Pradesh, it should not show Dehradun kind of, Dehradun, Mussoorie, all these. So that's, we have to make always a dependent drop down if certain kind of data is there. So first let's make a list of them. We are having Domino's, we are having Pizza Hut, we are having Mr. Brown. Now with Domino's, we are having these items are common between all. With Domino's, we are having an extra item, which is this chocolate. These two are the extra item at Pizza Hut. And these four are the extra items at this one. Now I do not require these things, so let's delete all these. I'm only requiring these three of the aspects. Now, the very first thing, I am going to create a name of these. Name manager is one of the aspects from which I'm going to create a name for these data. And it should contain the same name as of heading. Like these items should be having a name as Domino's. These items are going to have a name as Pizza Hut. These items are going to have a name as Mr. Brown. So for that, we have a very small and a very good aspect over here. Like I'll go on formulas. And here we have the option create from selection. So in formulas, we have create from selection. I click on it. It automatically says from where you want to take the name. From top row, yes. This also the same. From top row, yes. This also the same. From top row, yes. Now if you will see the name manager, you will get 3 of the names has been given over here. Domino's, Mr. Brown and Pizza Hut. One thing you have to make sure, your names, your heading should not have spaces in between. If Pizza space Hut is there, this name automatically makes it Pizza underscore Hut. So you have to make sure the name should not have space. You can see I have not given space between Pizza Hut and Mr. Brown. Right? So that's done. Let's move on and now talk about the drop down. So now if I check this drop down, this is going to have blank because I have removed the data. This is also going to be blank. So let's first change this drop down. I'm going to get the data from these headings. These 3 are the headings. Let's select them to make the drop down for brand. So now you can see we have a drop down over here for brand. Now for the product drop down, I'm going to click on this. I'm going to remove this. Now in this case, I have to use a formula. The formula is indirect. What indirect does, it takes the input as a text and whatever reference, whatever list it is having of that, it gives you as output. So I'm going to use indirect. I'm going to select this drop down as F3, whatever is at the brand. Let's click on OK. Before moving on to this, I'll show you what it does. Is equal to indirect. So if you see, it returns the reference specified by a text string. We have already created a reference that if Pizza Hut is there, then a list of Pizza Hut has been made at the name manager. So as soon as I press enter over here, you will see a list has been kept, which is related to Pizza Hut. If I change this to Domino's, you will see the Domino's list is there. If I change it to Mr. Brown, you will see a Mr. Brown list is there. So that's what the indirect function does. And I use that indirect function in my dropdown as a formula. So now if I'll check Mr. Brown over here, and if I select this dropdown, you will see only Mr. Brown. These products are there. You can of course have any of the product and you can get the cost. If I select from here, Pizza Hut, you will see only Pizza Hut products are there. If I select from here, Domino's, you will see only Domino's over there. So that is how we can create a dependent dropdown. The very important thing is you should not have spaces in the names like I am not having under Domino's, Pizza Hut, and Mr. Brown at the heading part. And then we have to create the name manager. That's also very important. So we have to just go on formulas and from here create from selection. We can do it. And then dependent dropdown, we have to use a function which is equal to indirect in this one. So just opening it and you can just check is equal to indirect and whatever is selected at the brand. So I have selected F3. And that's how we can get this. So I hope you have liked this video. Thank you for watching the video.